Hello and greetings from Edinburgh, Scotland. I've just gotten into town for the Edinburgh Festival, where I'm participating in two things. On Friday night, I will sing in a concert version of Idomeneo, and on Sunday, I'll do a piano vocal recital of my Amore tour. But it's my first time on video. I'm experimenting with a new mode of communication here, so bear with me. Who knows what's going to happen. I thought it would be really fun to open up a new line of communication. I don't know why, but I'm sort of on this techno social networking craze right now. I don't know how long it will last, so I'll enjoy it while it's here and then we'll see what happens. But one of the things I thought would be fun is to open up a dialogue. I get so many wonderful comments on my blog, and I get a lot of really wonderful letters from you. I read them all. A lot of times people write to whom it may concern, and it's always me. I don't always respond right away, and with some of the comments on my blog, I'm not able to always respond to each one. But I do read them, and I post them, and I really appreciate you taking the time to, number one, to read my silly posts, and then to join into the discussion. And I think this is just another way for me to see if we can start a different line of discussion and dialogue. For me, the whole art of being on stage is about communication. And whether it's me warbling on the stage or somebody in the orchestra pit, using the violin or the timpani to make sound, that doesn't really do anything until it's met by you, the listener, and we exchange some sort of experience with the music. And so this is just another way of working on that. I think one of my primary goals for it is to be some sort of a resource for, in particular, the younger singers. Let me restate that. Younger musicians. I just said in a masterclass the other day, which is true, it's my pet peeve when singers are separated from musicians. If you're a conductor, please always think about not disclosing not keeping the singers separate from the musicians. We're all musicians, hopefully. But one of the things I tell them is that if you can use me as some sort of a resource. I know there's a lot of questions if you're trying to forge a way in this crazy world of music and this crazy business, that there are a lot of confusing things and a lot of questions that you'd like answered about the business, about how to get started, about preparation of music, about life on the road. Use me as a resource if you like. The only disclosure that I say about that, the disclaimer, is that it's only my opinion. And I can only offer you an opinion through my experience, what has worked well for me, what I've found helpful and not helpful. But you will find your own way in this, and you have to find the things that work and don't work for you. But if I can be a tiny bit of a guidepost along the way, I'm happy to do that. So obviously I don't have any questions yet. I envision this as a question and answer venue, forum, but since I'm starting, I don't have any yet, so I thought I would answer a very common question that I get a lot. And then from now on, you don't have to ask me the question anymore. I can just say, go back and refer to vlog posting number 1. But a lot of people want to know what my favorite role is. That's a very understandable question. And I'm curious about that too with other singers. At the end of the day, what was Domingo's favorite role? And Frederica von Stade, was it Carabino above everything else? For me, the only answer that I have is that I don't have a favorite at all. And please don't make me choose one. I think in all the different roles that I've sung, I've probably sung close to 40 different roles, maybe. I haven't kept track, but I should. I did a world premiere in Houston when I was a young artist of Jackie O, and I sang the role of Grace Kelly. And I had the worst costume. I was fitted in these sort of Daisy Duke shorts. Oh, my apologies for everybody that saw me in those shorts. I did not have, nor have I ever had, a Daisy Duke figure. But, we had a great amount of time. I was very close with all the people in the studio, and we put on this piece and had a blast doing it at the end of the day. But it's not a role that I would ever need to sing again. Playing her in an opera, that might be, a sort of a bio opera. That might be kind of fun. But she would probably have to be a soprano, not a mezzo-soprano, now that I think about it. But really, my days are spent walking around with masterpieces. Mozart to Bellini to Strauss to Handel to Hegel to Copland. I mean, all musicians were so lucky to work with the best of the best. And, I have sort of artistic whiplash right now because Saturday night I was in the world of Bellini and Adalgisa playing a druid priestess. And all of a sudden the next day I'm in a piano rehearsal for Mozart's Idomeneo. And I was on the plane and I was thinking, how in the world am I ever going to go to Idamante after this Adalgisa, which was, I loved it. I fell in love with her and I had the greatest time singing her. But I thought, how do I go back to this prince, this troubled adolescent boy? And I opened up the score and we started singing and we got into that quartet and I just thought, oh, right, bliss. These four voices, everybody's tormented and it's such emotional, frazzled ends. And we're coming together and we're singing these hushed, sotto voce passages, and then these outbursts of real emotional anguish. Somebody's Skyping me. Oh, they have to wait. And, it's really, I delve into that world, and all of a sudden, Idamante is my favorite character again. I'll be with you in a second. And I get to go back and forth, with these wonderful, wonderful characters and music and compositions and roles and tragedy and drama. Now I have email. Good Lord. So I better end up the vlog here, not take too much time. That's my answer to do I have a favorite role. But now it's your job. Send me some questions. Make them interesting. I'm happy to talk about my background and things like that, but make them more interesting if you can. Send them to yankidiva@aol.com, or you can post them on my blog. I don't know how many I'll get, but I will answer them when I can and as I can. And if I can't get to you, it's not for lack of desire, it's just lack of time. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see how this goes. And in the meantime, take care. Cheers. Stop.